suffocate and die.
It's unpleasant.
Yeah.
But it's also deadly to fall into poop, and the fumes alone can be
The toxicity. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, the smell of poo can kill you?
If it's that much, that high quantity.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. My balls is totally moving, new and improving. I can't forget my soul. I've got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire, ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Kicking out like your mom is on. Yes, lady. She's really nice. All hail. Thank you. The king of the Yes. Shut up. You know, you can't shush people. I didn't know that. In Australia, you can go, shh, I'm on the phone. But here, if you do that to certain people, that's like saying I fucked your mother.
Yeah, shush is the C word in America.
I did not know that. It took me a long time to learn that. And when I first learned it, I was like, nah, you're joking about how violent you want to get right now. And it was like, no, I'm not. And then I told someone else, this crazy lady was going to kill me because I said, shh, I'm on the phone. And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, what do you mean, yeah? I just said, shh. I didn't say, shh, you stupid cunt or anything.
Yeah, that's why I lean more on hush, child.
Yeah,
I find people respond favorably to that.
smooth.
That's sarcasm, right? I feel like that. I wanted to punch you when you said that.
There's a southern lady of a certain age who can get away with it.
Yeah.
And
But you're not.
I am not that lady.
No, that didn't work. We have a guest.
Hello, Jeremiah Watkins.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was one of these podcasts where I can jump right in,
No.
or if I needed to.
No,
You
we
could
like- we
have.
like to
There's
introduce.
no rules here.
I didn't know if it was like a vampire where you have to invite me in before I start talking.
Oh, fuck. That's pretty cool. That would have been, yeah. You know what? Back in the day, Jason L. show, Sirius XM, yeah, because I had a thing.
Right.
I had to do a thing, and then I would introduce the guest.
Jeremiah Watkins on the program today.
No, I never did that.
Yeah.
That's kind of, yeah. All the people that I started working with, they had that ability. Like,
Yeah.
there's this guy that was my boss that was on terrestrial radio for a long time. And every now and then he would accidentally just, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Where did that come from? That's not your personality at all. Yeah.
Yeah, but he had it. It was all kind of almost was his personality because he'd been doing it for so long.
So
Yeah,
it's
he
just
would
like
just-
ingrained in his head.
Instinctively tell you the weather.
Traffic is really crazy out there on
Yeah.
the streets.
Yeah, like at lunch, he could just start telling you about I don't know if you know this right now, Jason, but it's 75 degrees. And yeah, no.
Jeremiah, have you done a lot of FM interviews? And if so, are they still like that?
Some of them still are. I used to work in morning radio, so I used to be around that a little bit back in the day in Kansas City. This was many years ago, back in like 2008, 2009. I did the 96.5 The Buzz, alternative rock, like that, that kind of station.
That's where
Yeah.
music lives, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Where does it live now? Because it left, right?
It
Oh,
went
yeah.
somewhere.
Music
yeah.
left town.
Yeah, music left town. I packed his bags, went on vacation.
That's
Yeah.
what's happening. It sounds like that's what's everything I hear now in new music, that's probably what happened. Music left.
That's also where music died, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On the buzz.
It
R.I.P.
makes sense. Jeremiah, you do a lot of shit, and you're like one of those people, because I'm just starting comedy,
Yeah.
and I'm meeting all these people, and I'm seeing like where everybody fits, and you know, like the workhorses, the I made it's, the you know, like I'm like
I'm gonna put my money on that horse.
yeah. But I've noticed that you are probably one of the most creative guys, and you get shows where you do stuff for stand-up comedians that when I saw it, you having a night where someone says a word in the crowd, and that guy and the comic has to just start riffing on
Yeah.
whatever that word is, and because I haven't even seen most of these comedians do a lot, but seeing Brendan Schaub and all these other people where it's just say a word. And I'm like, you know what? That's and Ryan Sickler took me and he's like, yeah, man, you should go. You said I should go after it. And I thought, fuck that. That's like real comedy. I've just figured out how to say like 20 minutes worth of shit. The improv thing scared the shit out of me. I've been doing it lately, so I feel better about it, but it was just amazing to see the test of people that are used to doing their thing.
Yeah, it's
It's like a whole different thing.
It's a whole different beast
Yeah.
entirely. Yeah, like somebody hit me up recently, just like asking, they're like, so I'm like a year into comedy. Should I like try to do this at an open mic? I was like, no, this is the hardest thing to do in comedy.
Yeah,
It's just like, just drop your act entirely and be present enough
right.
where you
For
can make jokes.
a long amount, like they expect you to keep going. That's all you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
I felt like some of those guys that are heavy hitters they looked like they were under pressure.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. Well, that's one of my favorite things of the show is you get to see each comic really piecing together what they're going to do. And just you get to see the dots connecting and their brain work. And every comic handles it so differently.
Where did you make up the idea? How did it all start?
Yeah, I started doing stand up on the spot years ago at Second City, and it was just like it started off just like as a night of improvised stand up comedy.
Yeah.
They told me that they'd done years ago like kind of like a bucket kind of thing at Second City, where they would like take suggestions, people would, like write them down, and I wanted to fuse together my favorite things. I used to do like a ton of improv with like teams and stuff like that. And I was like, well, what if we put these together? And the show used to be even harder. The way I used to do it like 12 years ago, you were only allowed one suggestion per set. And that was so difficult. Now you can take as many suggestions as you want. Like if you start to burn out or if you start to not feel a suggestion anymore, you're like, give me another suggestion.
Yeah.
How many minutes do you have to do?
Those sets used to be like 6-7 minute sets. Now I have the comics do like 8 to 10 minute sets, and then I join them after they're set on stage, and we take suggestions together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're an actor and you went to like whatever the acting school and all that? So like you're an improv.
I did Second City. I did like every class you can take at Second City, and then I did like some groundling stuff. Yeah.
Do you want to do that? Like, are you looking to be a movie star or just a traveling comic?
I think, it's one of those things where I think that one feeds the other at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Podcasting.
Totally. I mean, like my stand-up, the great thing about like stand-up is like now that I have a podcast, people watch the podcast, they come to see me do stand-up, and I think that's kind of what I want to do with like movies and TV down the line.
Do you only have one podcast? Do you do like a YouTube show as well?
I've got Jeremiah Wonders, Scissor Bros, and then we just started recording the Stand Up on the Spot series that we were putting up on YouTube and stuff like that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. So the night that you saw was Sickler.
I saw you posting some of those videos. So
Yeah.
now because they're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm here. It's good.
Yeah.
You also are a fairly accomplished saxophone player.
Shut the fuck up.
What prompted you to choose to learn the worst instrument?
No, it's not.
Whoa. I don't like this loaded question, dude.
The flute is worse.
You better
than the
watch it.
saxophone.
Oh, this is a real. I thought this was a set piece. I was like, oh, nope, that's a real.
Yeah, please don't hit me over the head with that one.
Yeah.
There's better weapons.
Okay,
around here.
name some better instruments. You know what? Name some better instruments than the saxophone.
The guitar,
yeah, guitars.
All right, there's one.
Yeah.
drums.
Okay, there's two.
We might have one worse. There's the Pwampaphone right there.
Oh, you could probably shred on this thing.
Yeah, you ever seen one of those before?
I have.
Oh, well
They're
then.
very odd.
Take that, Kenny G.
Thank you.
That was pretty solid.
Hey,
As a fan of improvisation, I'm sure you can appreciate what he just did there.
I mean, that's jazz. If
that
I've ever
just came
seen it.
straight from my soul.
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
so you know.
yeah. No,
Sometimes
that's
it's about the notes you don't play, Jeremiah.
No, that's what I did.
Fill in the gaps with your brain.
Sometimes I miss them all, Michael.
Why sax?
Why sax? I saw somebody playing it as a kid, and it was an instrument that blew my mind because it just sounded so different from piano and guitar and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to try that. It was simple as that.
Was that person Clarence Clemens?
No, but that would have been a better one than the guy who I saw. The guy in hindsight that I saw, it was not even that impressive of a saxophone player, but it was more just like, whoa, what is that thing?
Yeah.
It's gold, it's shine,
Was it the guy from what's the vampire movie?
Oh, was it The Lost Boys?
Yeah.
Oh no, that would be funny if that is my inspiration. I saw that. Cry, little sister. I mean, I love that movie, but
That wasn't the
Tim
guy?
Capello. That's his name.
Wow, you know him.
Yeah,
He's a bit of
not
a thing,
personally. I
right?
don't want. He is a thing. He's like an internet phenom a little bit.
Because he's jacked and plays saxophone.
And
Yeah,
greasy.
pretty much.
You can't forget the grease.
He does cameos and stuff now.
Oh, okay.
no
Yeah.
way.
Oh yeah, you could get him to do a cameo for you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Is
And
it
he's
lame if
still
you buy
shreds.
yourself a cameo?
No, not if it's
No,
that guy.
Do yourself a favor. If you're
doing it.
depressed, the next time you're depressed, get yourself a cameo.
When no one else
Fuck
loves
yeah.
you.
What a suggestion.
Self cameos.
If anybody out there, don't get therapy. Get saxophone guy to play.
Cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've lost all faith in myself. Well, I still believe.
Good work.
Oh, fuck yeah. Man, what a genius.
He
That guy's
can't
going to
be
make a
jacked
million.
anymore, right? He's got to be like old.
He's like big jacked, you know what I mean? Where it slowly
Still
starts
carrying.
to saturate a little bit.
Yeah.
They thin out, but they're still
But he's
like
still holding
beefy.
it up.
Yeah,
Right.
he's still
Okay.
holding it up.
Who's more jacked, him or Sylvester Stallone?
Oh, it got to be Sylvester.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. Cameo money will keep you in the same level of pharmaceuticals that Sylvester Stallone probably.
yeah,
enjoys.
exactly. That's a different tier of juice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder what that is. I would totally get that. Like if I had tons of money and they were like, hey man, some secret juice. Okay.
At this point, it's got to be black magic. He's like 75, right?
Well, remember that dude from Smashing Pumpkins said that he met a man that transformed into something else? Do you remember that?
No.
He was on the Howard Stern show. What's his name?
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan, who once was on my show, and I thought until he walked into the studio that I said yes to
Billy Armstrong.
Billy. Yeah, no,
Billy Joe Armstrong.
Yeah,
From Green Day?
Yeah.
yeah, but I thought, but instead it was the Billy Corrigan guy, and I was like, wait, why is Billy Corrigan in my studio? And then I'm like, wait, his name's Bill too. Fuck. Hey, Billy Corrigan, welcome to the show. Yeah.
So you thought you booked the Green Day guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you said today's the greatest day you've ever known, was that true?
Yeah, I don't even know that. I think I was talking to him about wrestling or something. So
Yeah, no,
stupid.
he reinvented himself. He loves pro wrestling. He was
Okay.
running a pro wrestling. He was the Vince McMahon of a lower level wrestling.
But I wish
organization.
I wish I had asked him about the guy that he met that transformed into a shapeshifter. He said
Yeah.
he transformed into something that was not human,
I
and
w-
then back to human.
I would have loved if you would have done the terrestrial radio thing where you start like leading them into their songs. And when was the best day of
Yeah.
your life? And you're
man.
like, what? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
he would love that. Yeah, so you've never met anybody who, because you got a lot of comedian friends that are very famous. Do they shift?
Do they shift into different people?
Yeah.
Once they get to a certain status level?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think naturally, I don't know about personally that I've seen it, but I think like comedians after a certain fame level, they start getting secret kind of work done on their
Yeah,
face.
yep.
Or I knew people who got veneers and stuff where they had to like retalk and they had to learn how
Yeah.
to retalk, you know, because they're talking
Yeah,
like,
they actually had giant teeth instead of what
Yeah.
they used to have.
yep.
Yeah. Is Joe Rogan a lizard man or something? Or is he a human still?
I don't know. He might be another form, like another being of himself. Like,
Remember when the Paul McCartney died and then they replaced him?
I mean, yeah.
Remember? I'm just thinking maybe that you get to a certain level and they take you out and replace you with an
upgrade.
or something that they can control because you have too
Ah.
much power,
I mean, maybe that's the whole thing with the Illuminati.
right? Might have just figured it out.
We've
Just saying.
probably already said too much.
Octopuses probably control the planet because they live super deep. I think there's a
What do you
whole
think
race-
Ringo's Octopus's Garden is about?
Exactly. All of those guys either died and were replaced.
The rest of the Beatles wouldn't let him in.
There
I'd
you
like
go.
I'd like to be under
Yeah.
the sea
Yeah.
in the Illuminati Octopus Garden.
They wouldn't let him.
Now,
Man, that's why he lived.
yes,
I believe
Like the
Ringo.
rest of
The boy who lived, Ringo Starr.
Oh shit! So what about Stevie Weeby in that show? Is that fun?
Yeah.
It looks fun.
We wanna freaking do a cross collab with you guys.
Yeah, we want to do that too.
What do you have in mind exactly?
I don't know.
Yeah, how does that work?
Steve is like he's a really good skater actually.
Oh.
He was a little bit jealous that his brother
Hey.
went and skated with you and Tony because I guess Bob had invited him the week before and Steve had a scheduling conflict to just come, you know?
Yeah.
And then when Bobby went back, he didn't tell him that he was going back. So Steve just opens Instagram and sees his brother skating with Tony Hawk and he's like, "What? I thought I was gonna go," and then it didn't work out.
Jason Ellis Show, talk about liquid death, because liquid death is the coolest way to stay hydrated in the world. And now that they have flavored bubbles, it's never been a better time to consume water. To me, I feel like I'm having a soda every time, but it's not soda, you dumbass. It's liquid death. Bury it alive. Do you get it? Bury
Oh my goodness! I just
it
got-
alive.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Took me long enough.
it's got berry flavor in it, but nobody's dead in the can. It's a relax, everybody. It's
Did you
just
know-
berry flavored bubble water.
Did you know, Jason, that liquid death is sourced from the Alps?
Mhm.
And did you know that the Alps water is the most metal of all water? Think about it. King Diamond,
Yeah.
Lars Ulrich,
They love liquid death.
weaned
Not sure if that's legal to say
on
that.
water from
Yeah.
the Alps.
They told me
They
they
never
love
say it
yeah.
on camera. but
Yeah, they won't admit it, but they told me personally. Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond.
You can drink the same water as King Diamond and Neil Diamond.
Yeah, Neil Diamond DM'd me and said, "Man, liquid death, crazy good."
Crazy good, babe.
Yeah,
Get
he
free
called me
shipping.
babe. That's right. Yeah.
Get free shipping on all water and Liquid Death merch at liquiddeath.com/Ellis. That's liquiddeath.com/Ellis. Or even easier, find Liquid Death at 7-Eleven, Target. The list gets longer every week. You can also get it on Amazon, Safeway, Albertsons, etc.
Hey, man, Jason Ellis Show. Sorry. Hey, everybody. Because you might not be a man, I just realized. My bad. But seriously, men, women, everybody is more attracted to people with hair. As a guy that has to flex his charisma very hard to win over anybody when it comes to am I attractive enough to make out with, because I have no hair. If I had hair, I could hide my lumpy face. But I can't. But you can. Are you starting to thin out? Are you like, it's starting to march back. What am I going to do? Keeps.
That's right. Keeps offers simple, affordable, stress-free ways to keep your hair, convenient virtual doctor consultations, medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months, 24/7 care and support, and perhaps most importantly, treatments start at just $10 per month. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/Ellis to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/Ellis to get your first month free. keeps.com/Ellis.
Convertible sold separately.
So like I
such
want to
bullshit.
get that redemption just for Steve. I want to go down with Steve and then have Bobby open up his Instagram and see that Steve's skating with you guys.
I could convince him to do that. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
do it.
I don't usually try to muscle anybody in, but every now and then I have to tell Tony that this is a good idea. Trust me.
Oh
Do
no,
this.
the people who follow us will freak out because we've already mentioned it on our podcast.
Yeah, and to know that he's the skater of the family.
Oh, no.
He deserves to be there.
If you watch Steve, if you guys watch Steve, you'll be like, how are these guys brothers? His like Steve is a legit good skater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe that just Bobby just never liked sports, and Stevie did.
Well, Steve was the better wrestler too.
Well, is he bigger?
Nope.
He's not.
Yeah. Smaller weight class.
Oh,
Interesting. Yeah.
I've never seen them standing next to each other. I don't know him that well.
I mean, they're both like smaller guys.
yeah.
I mean, like one's not like a Yao Ming, and you know.
Is Stevie just more like shaped athletical?
Yes.
I feel like
More shaped athletical.
I don't want to get it.
Yes, I would say he's more shaped athletical than Bobby.
I know this is gonna get back. I'm just new friends with Bobby. I don't want to be like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Talking about my body shape. What's wrong with my body shape?
I've been working on it, all right?
Yeah, I don't want to go there. I freaked out on how good he was. for how bad he said he was.
Oh, for how good Bobby was?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was surprised that he could even like turn or anything.
On the quarter pipe was the most surprising thing.
I was shocked by that.
Yeah. I kind of sarcastically was like, why step off that? Because he tried it and jumped off and took some ridiculous army roll from fucking a kick turn 6 inches up the quarter pipe. And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And then he tried it like 2 more times. And I was like, we both said, you don't just leave before you're about to make something. Like, you got to try. He was going to give up for sure. And then I was like, it's 50-50 that he makes this or he eats shit.
Yeah.
And he made it.
Yeah, no,
I was very impressive.
I was impressed by the stuff that you guys shot.
I think it was the pressure. He had to do it. Like,
well,
Tony,
he's a performer. That's the thing with
Yeah,
Bobby.
yeah.
Is like at the end of the day, like if he has even an audience of 2, he's gonna commit and he's
Right.
gonna get that. Like he
And-
all eat in front of you guys.
right. And it's Tony Hawk.
Yeah, that
And
helps,
his
that
legs
helps.
fully broken. He's on a cane. At one point, Tony skated and did a kick turn higher than him and was like, if I can do it, you can do it. And Bobby was like, you're Tony Hawk. And I was like, he's Tony Hawk with a broken leg.
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to do it. It was pressure that anybody would have gone for it, I feel like, if you're just in this room and you know him and he's like, you've got it, man. Just do it.
Oh, of course.
We're not leaving.
Yeah.
You've got to do it. And he I don't see how he was going to get out of it. So he did it. But still, I thought it was going to take way more and he was going to eat shit a few more times, but pretty cat-like.
He's a performer. Well, he is like for being like a little stout guy.
Yeah.
Like he is athletic. For
Yeah,
sure.
because when he fell, I could tell he fell in a way where he didn't get hurt. He just
he bounced back up. Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to do this thing on stage and he stopped doing it a while ago. But he used to, because it's just really bad for your teeth too. He would talk about going down on a woman and he would bite the vinyl on the stool,
yeah.
and make it flip where it would land perfectly.
What?
Yes. And
It's
the
a
crowd
very
would go
powerful
nuts.
jaw.
Oh,
Are you shitting me? Did he really do that?
Yes. He used to do that all the time.
That's a very powerful
And
jaw.
I
and
don't
neck.
even know if it's documented anywhere. I hope it is. I hope it's because he doesn't put out much of his stand up, but like I hope that there's a clip of that somewhere because it was so impressive.
Wow. He could probably bite a hole out of you.
Probably, yeah.
'Cause that's a powerful jaw.
Yeah, it'd make a good zombie.
Do you think you could do that?
No.
You should try and with underwear on, and I'll shoot you with a salt gun.
That would be a good motivator.
Right?
Yeah.
It'd just be a funny video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll give it a shot.
Right? As
Yeah.
soon as I mentioned his shooting with the salt gun and his underwear, he's in. The whole flipping of the chair sounded terrible, but you're like, wait, I get to be in my underwear on video? He loves being naked.
Undies and salt? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You said the magic words.
You might secretly be into that. They said that the guy who played, what was the name? Caesar something or other? Caesar Romero, who was the Joker
Yeah.
on the Adam West Batman series. Legendarily, I don't know if it's true, Gilbert Gottfried repeated this ad nauseum, would hire men to throw oranges at his naked ass. Fun fact.
Is that like, am I trying to gay out a little bit?
Yeah,
or
did he
am
have a
I-
boner during it?
He's trying to gay out a little
I
bit.
believe so. Yeah. I think
But
there's.
he's
I think
so-
he wanted attractive young men to whip.
Oh,
oranges at his ass.
Now,
Okay.
at the butt. Okay.
They
'Cause,
were
I mean,
attractive.
if you hollowed it out, if he had a boner, you could try to do a ring toss thing with the orange over the penis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say juice the oranges with your erection.
You could do
Which
that,
could
or
happen.
you could
Could
do
work.
it
That'd be a
between
cool
the butt
video.
cheeks.
I might
like
do
if
that.
you want freshly squeezed juice, like put it between the butt cheeks and squeeze some orange
Yeah,
juice.
yeah,
and-
yeah.
I mean,
Katie-
Crack some nuts.
yeah.
Katie, if I
It's fucking
make
Christmas.
orange juice with my boner, will you drink it?
Absolutely.
Now that's a good. That's a good.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud.
You guys got
That's
a good.
my wife,
You got a
yeah.
good thing going.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wouldn't it be
like
weird
that.
if it wasn't his wife?
yeah,
Just this producer we hired.
Hey,
She used to work. She used to work at the Buzz.
she's just an intern for whatever reason.
Oh, man, that's my sister.
Yeah.
come on, man. That's Kevin's sister.
I want to keep my job.
That sounds like a that
Wow.
sounded more like a soundbite than you saying it live. Like you like hit that on the board like all the time throughout the morning show. I just want to keep my job. I just want to keep my job.
That's what she's thinking the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we make sexual advances constantly through the show. Yeah.
Do you skate at all, Jeremiah?
I'm very okay. I can like board slot. I enjoy skating.
Oh, you
a
can
lot.
board, so you're better than Bobby.
I'm way better than Bobby.
Yeah.
I'm way better than Bobby. I can board slide 50-50 sometimes
Oh,
and
okay.
like do like pop shove-its and that kind of stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Yeah.
These guys are terrible too.
I used to be the guy who would film my friends who were good at skating. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But out there all the time skating.
Yeah, I would be out there. Yeah, for sure.
So you would do way more than Bobby at the ramp.
Yeah, for sure. I would get higher. I don't know. Like that ramp is pretty intimidating.
The vert ramp,
Yeah.
that's a different story.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Maybe stay over in the street course.
Oh no, that's where I would stay
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, you can pump it a little bit. That's safe.
Do that.
Just when you try to go high, it's going to get dangerous.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that thing it looks scary in videos, and then when you're there in person, it's 10 times scarier. And
I bet. Yeah.
I still can't believe that sometimes people that don't know what they're doing on a skateboard will show up there and be like, "Oh, I want to drop in."
Particularly because there's actually the 3 levels, and this is with almost any height. Excuse me. There's what it looks like on video. There's what it looks like from the bottom,
Of course.
and then there's when you walk up to the top and look down.
Yeah.
And that's a
Oh,
completely
yeah.
different story.
Yeah.
Because even if you drop in and you don't just fall 3 stories and land on your side, if you stick it, then you go up the other side, and then you're still fucked. Like if you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You're like Rodney Dangerfield on a skateboard, right?
That's why I always tell people don't drop in until you can do turns up to the top. Makes no
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
But tons of people, like Kevin said, because they're at Tony's first time. Tony had some guys that have like a weird YouTube show where they dress in the science jackets and they like really study like what this really how did he do that? They're trying to study Tony Hawk or something. It's mainly a joke. But one of them said he skated and he wanted to drop in, and Tony was like, "Yeah, if you want to, sure. Just make sure you pad up and sign this waiver."
Yeah, no doubt.
And sure enough, he did. And this dude just dropped, shoulder blocked the flat, shit his pants, like destroyed. I was like,
See, that's
Tony
so
was like, "There you
terrifying.
go, man. I hope you enjoyed it." Like, kid was kind of stoked.
Yeah, I broke my arm dropping in one time, and it was a small ramp. So I'm still like I stick to flat lane stuff for the most part.
It's very rare that somebody comes in with that amount of gusto. The only other guy was the weightlifter guy. The
Magnus Magnuson.
he's as big as Magnus Magnuson. Like he's a 350-pound super jacked guy.
Yeah.
And he was telling Tony that he's going to come down there, he's going to drop in, and apparently he showed up, and Tony was like, "Yeah, man, sign the waiver or whatever," and tried to instruct the guy on this little ramp first. He dropped in on the little ramp, and Tony was like, "You're not going to make it if you do it like that. You've got to, the transition's bigger." Like apparently he kind of like went in the wrong way. I wasn't there. And then he went up to the top of the vert ramp, and Tony goes, "I'd probably wait a little bit and then go." And the guy goes, "So just go right now?" And Tony's like, "No, that's not what I said." And then he just dropped in and shoulder block. Same thing, shoulder block, but 300-pound shoulder block, and he like broke his ribs and did some other shit. But it's a horrific. It's on YouTube everywhere. He just descends from
drop.
the top to the bottom. No skateboard.
That's exactly what I did on the smaller ramp, and it was probably like maybe a 6-7 foot high, and I just pancaked because I didn't commit,
right.
and my back foot went off, and then I went.
That's what most
instantly.
people do.
Yep.
When you drop in, you forget everything and you go into shock.
Yes.
And you just fucking kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you really watch the video, I could shit your pants guy.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck was your real intention? Because as soon as you started to go in, you were like, like that was how you dropped in.
Yeah.
I get it. It's like, fight or flight. A car crash, like if you're sliding towards a car, some people are like, shock, and then wham. Or some people go, "Oh shit," and try to do stuff. And sometimes going, "Oh shit," and trying to do stuff, you'd be surprised how much you can get away with. It's just, I feel like that's why if you skate that ramp a lot, you don't get as scared when you drop in because you've been there for a little bit. You're starting to understand it. The more you ride it, the shorter it feels.
I avoided a bad car accident once on the freeway out here because I jerked my wheel rather than tried to slam on my brakes.
Nice.
And because this car out of nowhere, like it was 70 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden traffic just was complete standstill.
Yeah.
And I did one of these. Whoa! I went, and then so I looked at my car afterwards, and I looked back to make sure that I didn't like nothing, like I didn't hear a sound.
Yeah.
But then I got outside my car, and like we had rubbed a little bit of paint.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
Trading
It was that
paint.
like it was trading paint. That's how close it was to freaking.
Man.
But yeah, if I would have tried to slam on my brakes, I would have just.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I remember Thomas Hayden Church lent me his black turbo Porsche 911. He just kept telling me that you'll love this car. You got to drive it. I didn't know that he was going to sell it to me, but I did not own it, and I was driving it in Beverly Hills, and I went through an intersection, and there was a lot of traffic, and I watch a guy behind me who doesn't know that we've come to a stop, and I'm watching him just come flying up my ass, and there's cars in front of me. I can't move, and I'm like, you got to be joking me. And then he sees me, slams on the brakes, and goes to the side and skids his rims across the curb to miss my car at like 40, 50 mile an hour. Just whirr, and I'm like, oh my God. But I remember thinking the whole time, not my injury, just not this car.
Yeah.
Like I was like, not this car. There's no one's going to believe me that
Any other day.
they'll be like, yeah, right, it wasn't your fault, you know? But it missed. But I remember thinking, I should get out of this car, or I should buy it. Because if you touch it and it's someone else's, I can't live with it. It just seemed too, hey man, drive my really crazy car because I want you to experience what it feels like to drive a crazy car. Thanks, man. Like,
Yeah, just right away.
I'll be known to don't ever lend Ellis a car. He'll smash it. Got to watch out for that. These happen to me. Do you ever get like deals with people that you know where they're like, because I feel like big time comedians like, hey man, come on the road and we're going in a private jet and we're going to do this, and then hotels, because I feel like comedians do like bum shit and every now and then they go on the golden ticket rides.
I know comics who are doing like horrible rooms one weekend, and then I look at their Instagram, and then they're on private jets. I'm like, oh, well, that's comedy in a nutshell. It's like,
is,
it's
huh?
so like back to like, I can have like amazing shows one weekend and then come back and then just be bombing like out of nowhere. And I'm like, I was just doing the same thing, like where it was
Yeah.
crushing. And it's like, yeah, the highs and lows are all over the place.
That happens to you still?
It'll not as often. It used to happen way more often, but every once in a while, like you'll get bombings. Don't necessarily happen as much to like when you've been like, I've been doing stand up like since 2010 now, so I've been doing it over 12 years now. I call it gracefully bombing. You in the audience
yeah.
know that this isn't your night, but you know how to pull it out, if that makes sense.
Yep.
You know how to get the job done. Where before a bomb would be like, people would be like not wanting to look at you after your set as they walk by, like that bad.
Jesus. So what's the difference between those two?
The other one, they can at least look in you in the eye afterwards, and they can be like, "I see what you're doing." You know what I mean? Like I see like you know, like
Well, it's the
things
same
just
thing.
didn't line up tonight.
Especially when we were doing radio 3 hours, 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. Some days, some hours, it just didn't come together. And you learn how to kind of wallow in your own filth.
Right.
It's so different, though, like,
Yeah, exactly. You can have fun with how
That's the
shitty
best
it
thing
is.
about stand up is like you can address anytime there's a problem. Like it's not a play where you have to stay in it and just suck and bomb the entire night or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at the end, thank you.
You guys remember when those miners got trapped in, I don't recall exactly, but I think it was a mine.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
that's why they were called miners.
That's right. Oh, they
Yeah.
weren't children.
They weren't called cave dwellers. They were miners.
Oh, when they said Chile, they didn't mean they were cold. I see. Wow.
I thought they were in a bowl of it.
I thought they were very, very cold children.
In a cave of,
Yeah.
in a bowl of chili.
Well, I don't know how it felt to be trapped in a Chilean mine, but I bet it was something like the feeling that you have when you wake up in the middle of the night worried about your high interest debt.
Wow.
It's an
It's
awful,
very similar, yeah.
It's an awful feeling. You feel trapped. You see no light
You're
at the
covered
end
in
of the
soot.
tunnel.
There's no food.
That's right. You
Yeah.
got like a half a Kit Kat for the last
It's
week.
like 35 of you.
What am I
Yeah,
doing?
This is ridiculous.
Everybody needs a shower.
I gotta
Well, look,
call Upstart.
You need to call Upstart. You would be in good company. Over 1.8 million customers have been helped by Upstart on their path to financial freedom, whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, funding personal expenses. Upstart knows you're more than just your credit score, so their model considers other factors like income, employment, and other information provided in your loan application. You can check your rate in minutes for loans between $1,000 and $50,000 smackaroos.
Dang.
Aw. Yeah, don't wait and check your rate today at upstart.com/Ellis. That's upstart.com/Ellis to check your rate today. And don't forget to use our URL, our URL to let them know that we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/Ellis.
Oh, mate, JSL show, Jason Ellis, no way. Sunday lawn. Do you guys like grass? Do you guys like being in the sun? And did you know you could lie on the grass in the sun and you get sun rays? You can pull your ankles around the back of your head and sun your holes. Apparently that gives you energy. I don't know if that's true or not. But did you know that you can get energy from having no shoes on, standing on grass? But it's got to be powerful grass. How do you achieve powerful grass? Sunday lawn.
That's right. Sunday can help you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork. I don't know how to grow a lawn. Do you?
I don't like pesticides, Michael.
Well, Sunday can also help you grow that beautiful lawn without the nasty chemicals. And they can help you do it on the cheap. Sunday is offering our listeners 20% off. Full season plans start at just $129, and you can get 20% off at checkout when you visit getsunday.com/Ellis. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/Ellis.
The Comedy Store is the hardest place to do comedy, right?
Yeah, I would say so. It really is. I always say, and other comedians say this too, it's like kind of putting ankle weights on you while you're in town, and then you take them off when you go on the road, because the road is way easier than the Comedy Store. But every once in a while, you get like a Friday late show or something at one of these clubs when you're on the road, and that's what the Comedy Store prepares you for, because some of those shows are really hard when people get too rowdy and too sloppy and drunk. And like, if the club is not really in control, you are literally juggling madness for an hour on stage. I've had some clubs where like security just did not step in, and then afterwards I was just like, what? Like I'm like, I know I talked to the crowd and I riffed, but like, what was that? They're like, yeah, they're friends with the owner. I'm like, oh, okay.
So there was just a group of people that harassed you the entire time.
Yeah, that happens.
And you were like, security usually would be stepping in by now. But
the store does not. The store in that regard, they don't allow that stuff to happen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's a huge difference.
Why do you think it is so much hot? Why is the crowd? They just seem more expecting more from the comics than any other place I've gone.
Oh,
like,
at the store?
Yeah. Like, what is the crowd? Why are they so much harder to get to join you in laughter?
I think it's just the legacy of the Comedy Store. It's been talked about and built up at this point on so many podcasts. And if the thing about the original room that's different and why it's the hardest room, it's
That's
a
the one I
soundproof
saw.
room.
Okay.
So laughs in a normal comedy club bounce off the walls and the floor like this, right?
Yeah.
And that's why you want low ceilings for a comedy club. The original room, it dies. It goes like this because it's a soundproof room. Like if you seal there's a door in the back where you can seal it. It's a soundproof room.
Yeah.
So that's not conducive to do comedy. And you want the laughs to be ricocheting and bouncing to get rolling laughter.
Oh, shit.
So you have to be killing extra hard to get momentum in that room.
Wow.
So it's literally harder than other rooms. Like not just like people saying like, it's harder. It's like, no, it's like just dynamics wise in there harder than other rooms.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Why did they make that room soundproof then?
I think so it wouldn't bleed into the other room.
Yeah, fuck.
Because it's so close to the main room.
Yeah.
They don't want those rooms like bleeding into each other.
Isn't there always a bit of a legend that this used to be an Italian restaurant and the mob used to kill people?
Ciro's back in the day.
And
It was a
that's
nightclub,
why
yeah.
that's a soundproof room, and that's what the belly room is, where they would be upstairs counting the money they laundered, and they could look down into the room where people were eating meatballs and murdering each other. This is the story.
There's in the main room.
That's a cool story.
Yeah.
In the main room, there are I think they have them sealed up now, but there were little windows like around like where if you were up in the belly room, where you can look straight down at the main room, and as the legends go, the people used to put Tommy guns and stuff, and if the deal went bad, just from the top of the room. Yeah.
Isn't the Comedy Store supposed to be haunted too?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Have you ever seen the ghosts?
I haven't seen the ghost. I've just felt some weird stuff there.
what'd you feel? What do you mean you felt something?
Some cold breath.
Did you really?
No, there's certain parts of the store where I've been there for so many years, like, and I've like hung out there late night, like multiple times, where there's some nights where and it could just be you scaring yourself just from like it being dark, but like certain areas where you're like, okay, I need to pick up the pace, like just that natural instinct, like, and like just kind of feeling like kind of weird stuff like around you a little bit.
Shit.
Yeah.
Are you a ghosty person in general?
I've only had a couple experiences but I've never seen anything. I was in Ireland once. This was the closest thing I've felt was I was in a hotel room. We were on the road doing Kiltony in Ireland, and I was rooming with my buddy Joel Jimenez, who played drums on that show. And I saw a shadow outside of our door where it looked like somebody, outside a hotel room where it looks like somebody standing outside of the door where you can like see feet.
Yeah.
I saw that at first, and then I was kind of like, okay, that's weird. And then we were sleeping in the small single beds in this very small, like European style hotel. And Joel was on the bed on the other side of me. And I look over my shoulder, and Joel is fast asleep. And I'm like, okay. And then I look back and I see that shadow out there, and the shadow was gone. And then behind me, as I'm on my side, I feel like it feels like somebody's pushing down on the bed behind me.
Yeah.
And that was one of the most scariest like things that I felt like of a ghost presence.
Did you wake your friend up?
No, I was too scared.
You just powered through it.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, let's just go to sleep.
I wonder what the explanation is to stuff like that.
Isn't it so odd how everybody has like a story like that, and it's always
I don't.
Oh, I guess you don't. Most people have a story like that, and it's like
I want one.
It's not like, and then there was a note.
I know a guy. I'll send him your way.
It's always like in that weird nether region where it's not like I may or may not have heard something. Like you felt the fucking bed move. You know what it feels like when
Right.
somebody leans on a bed.
Yeah.
That you weren't crazy, but it's also not like you find a note in the morning written in blood like that next time it'll be the end of you. So
It'd be so much easier to know that you actually encountered a ghost.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Just the bed moving, you're like, was it me? I don't know. But if
Yeah.
there's a note, like, I'm going to kill you tomorrow, I'd be like, wow,
Yeah, well, that
there's
settles it.
really a ghost.
Yeah.
This is finite.
You can't kill me. You're fucking see-through.
He's so pissed. He's just over you. He's just over you all night. Just
try it.
just choking
You're
air.
gonna fake choke me for like fucking 2 hours. I'd be like, dude, it doesn't work. You're see-through. Your hands are see-through. So stupid.
I hope you see a ghost and you're like, yeah, you're see-through.
I would.
And they're like, what? And then they get sad and they float away.
I would definitely start asking them about the spirit world immediately. I'd be like, do I go there? Like, who goes there? Did you do something wrong? Why are you floating here and not like in heaven?
Do you have unfinished business? What's going on?
Yeah, all that stuff. And then if he's trying to come at me, then I'd be like, dude, you're see-through.
Yeah.
What if it was
Calm
like
down.
a mean looking ghost though?
I would assume that they're all mean because they're
Not-
like rotten and stuff from being dead.
Yeah, but not like a Casper or just like a
I don't
clear
expect
see-through
them to
cloud.
like all be like angelic and shit.
So you don't believe in the Caspers out there, those friendly ghosts.
Do you really think if a ghost showed up and it was Casper-esque, it wouldn't be fucking kind of scary?
No, honestly, that might be more scary if it's like,
Right.
hey, do you want to hang out?
And
I
he's
would love-
kind of see-through and he's floating in front of you, but he's
Yeah.
like kind of a cartoony looking
Yeah.
fucking cute.
Yeah, there's no
Doesn't
fun
matter,
way for
man.
a ghost to toss you a ball.
That might be, a cartoon ghost showing up to your place might be even more scary
Yeah,
than
like a
human
zombie
looking-
man. Yeah,
Right.
like a zombie-looking guy that's like,
Distorted.
Jason, you know, and his fucking bones are coming out of him and shit. Like,
Help me reconnect with my long lost wife.
what about what's that movie?
Babadook?
The
That's a
fucking
scary movie.
That's scary. I'm not scared of a box. Fuck you. But fucking the old man. English true story. English family haunted, and then the old guy that keeps turning the TV on and shit, and then he goes into the little girl. Conjuring.
Conjuring, yeah.
And he
Oh,
says, What does he say, Katie? What's the line that because she says it, and then after the movie plays, they play the actual audio of the little girl with the old man's voice. I'm 73 years old. He says shit like that. Imagine, what about that? What about if you're hanging out in your fucking living room watching TV and someone goes, I'm 73 years old, click, and turns your TV off?
Yeah, that would be
Because he
great.
doesn't threaten you. But what the fuck, dude? Why are you telling me how old you are?
Yeah.
It sounded like...
Why is my daughter on the dole?
He totally was on the doll, yeah. Yeah, those ones are going to flinch me. But if it stays there, then I got to start asking questions.
Do you watch me jerk off?
That's way later on.
That's your first question to the ghost?
It's coming
How
up.
long have you been here? 'Cause
Exactly.
I've been doing some weird stuff in this house.
I made my peace with the cat watching. You too?
Yeah.
One time I had sex with China, and in the middle of the night, she was trying to find the bathroom because she was so drunk she couldn't find the bathroom in her own house. Yeah. And then somebody came into the room and helped her find the bathroom. And
You thought that was a
I'd had
ghost?
sex with her for like 2 hours before that. Who is this person?
Yeah.
Where did she come from? I still didn't get to know. Like in the morning, I found out it was an assistant,
Yeah.
but I don't know what room she was in.
I'm picturing like a Wimbledon ball boy just running in to correct her and then run back out.
Yeah. I just don't know where she was.
The visual of that, just like somebody running in, like the drunken sloppy sex, like, hold on, puts a condom over Jason's penis, and then runs
back out,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's who did that. Yeah. I didn't think it was a ghost, but
Yeah.
I kind of would have rathered it.
Jeremiah, do you run an adult summer camp or are you planning to?
What? That's funny phrasing, but we are doing a summer camp with Scissor Bros. With me and Stevie Weeby, we are going to be a part of the summer camp called Camp Raw, CAMPRAHH.com. It's an island outside of Seattle, and we're doing a weekend, and we are doing a camp where if you're a podcast listener or viewer, you can join us at the summer camp for adults.
Okay, when is this, and are there tickets still available?
Yeah, June 16th through 19th, tickets still available. Promo code Scissor Bros. It's gonna be freaking. I don't know of a podcast who's tried something like this, but they're letting us film it, and we're gonna do some challenges with the campers and stuff like that. We do challenges every episode. And we're freaking stoked. There's like kayaking, archery. There's like different sports that we're gonna play. Like,
Yeah.
That sounds
I'm
awesome.
stoked.
Did
Yeah.
you go to camp as a kid?
Oh yeah, I was one of those kids that loved it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
are guys going to like show each other their dicks there?
I mean, that could be one of the challenges.
Some
yeah.
docking for sure.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I never went to camp, but that's what I heard. There's like a lot of macrame, and that after dark, everybody shows each other their dick.
I mean, that was the first time I saw jizz was at a camp.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
If I had a dime for every time I heard that.
Was it somebody else's?
Yeah, I didn't know what.
It's a fair question.
So this at this camp that I went to, it was a church camp that I went to as a kid, right? I didn't even know. I was so sheltered. I didn't even know what jerking off was. And my buddy said, he goes, I can do a magic trick.
Man, this magic trick takes a long time to happen.
Yep.
What is this guy doing?
And basically, he jerked off in front of me and like 5 other guys watching him jerk off. We didn't know what it was, but then I look back in hindsight, and there were some kids that were a little bit older. I think, were just watching to watch and laugh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's not that funny.
Well, there is. Like I remember.
Your reaction is what makes it funny to me. Be like, Sarah, I don't know why you brought that up.
No, I'm saying that guy's beyond creepy.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, that's the thing. So I remember the first time it was we were doing a sleepover, a couple of friends, and the older brother of the kid that was hosting was like, "You want to see what it looks like when you come?" And
Really?
and
See, I think it's more normal.
it is.
Than,
No, I think it is. I
yeah,
think
it's
it
it's
totally
obviously
is.
it's very weird, but I think the more I've told this story, I started telling this story on stage recently, and people after the show they're like, "Dude, I had a weird similar experience."
I think it's very common, and I think it is only natural to be curious that you kind of have some hazy notion of what's going on with your body.
Yeah.
And as much as you like don't want to watch, you're like really dying to know what
What
the fuck
happens
does
next.
happen.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with having that curiosity. Fucking even if there is, everybody does it. It's
Yeah.
sort of a rite of passage. The thing is, I feel like we all have the story about that one guy. I've never heard anybody cop to being that guy. Because
Yeah,
I
Do you know why?
Yeah.
because he's kind of a sex offender.
Oh,
Like, you don't brag about, hey, one time I was like, hey, everybody in the camp, gather around, watch me shoot some cum.
Right. Well, have I told you that the last I heard, the guy,
That's not cool.
that guy,
That's not on the profile.
You don't say that at lunch. You
No.
remember this one time? Everybody at the table at lunch is like, really?
Yeah, I did this hilarious thing. I
Yeah.
introduced people to cum.
Yeah.
Huh?
well,
You're
so check
that
it
guy?
out. So check it out. That last I heard, that guy is a prison guard.
He's a prison
He
guard.
comes on prisoners for sure.
Yeah, through the bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is super offensive.
Makes him watch.
I'd be so, that's like one of the
They
most,
can't not watch, really.
I know.
I don't mind getting
Captive
cum
audience.
on me. I in my private life, I would like somebody to come on me, but if you come on me by force, that's probably one of the most offensive things you could do.
That's
Like
right,
if
draw
I'm in the
line.
prison, I'm like, no, don't. And he puts his dick through the bars and goes, pew! And
Or
shoots his
Spider-Man's you?
Because some people shoot crazy loads. Remember that trans friend that we had, Katie, that could shoot a load like 7 feet?
Yes.
Every time.
It's like the load Olympics.
One time she shot a load over her head. She was like, watch this. And she shot a load over her head. It went way past her head. So she could put
Now, that's a magic trick where you're like, watch this.
Oh,
and she didn't do that.
I like the airtime on that act
Yeah.
out. How it was
That's how
really-
far it was.
That's how far.
That
out.
would have been
Like-
about the time.
Like early 80s Tom Hanks with a cheese ball.
Yeah.
I love that reference.
But you could do that.
He probably
I
did
love
that.
that reference.
He probably did that.
Yeah.
I'd be so mad, you know?
So
I
now,
really do like
you
the
think
idea-
coming on people or shushing people is more offensive. That's the real question here.
Oh, for me personally, if you come on me and I didn't ask for it, that's more offensive than you shushing me.
Okay, that's what
I'm not
needed to know.
offended by being shushed. That's probably like you're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
You can shush me all day. It's casual. Maybe I should shut up. Quite frankly, I agree. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up, Ellis. Often I feel this way. And a shush, if a shush came flying at me from time to time, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
But if you hit me with a load and I wasn't asking for it, like I'm just sitting around, then I'm like, what? And someone's like, ha, that we're fighting. We're fighting.
Or we're best friends for life.
I wonder who could do, like maybe if Brad Pitt came on me and I
What if
turn
you
around.
absorbed his powers?
Oh,
Wouldn't that be cool?
yeah. Yeah. If I go, whoa, you come on me, man. And he's like, dude, I just gave you Brad Pitt power. Relax.
Okay. If someone came on you
Yeah.
and you found out that was the fountain of youth,
Yeah.
would you ask them to do it again?
Yeah. You know, I'm half a gay, right?
Yeah, you're half a gay?
So yeah, so I don't like I take cum for fun.
Okay. So the
Wow.
fountain of youth is
It's not working, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, who would not take
you're
that?
like, hello, what's I scraped this well dry. What's going on?
yeah, I keep sucking loads. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, mirror. Yeah, nah. Mirror's like, shut up. Shh. Shh. Yeah.
Hey.
And then we fight.
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. That's cum. Yeah, we covered that.
I like the idea of that adult summer camp. I like
yeah, you
Dude.
do.
When I was young, I enjoyed summer camp, but I always had catastrophes that ruined it.
Were you
Yeah.
I
cool
never
at
got
summer
to-
camp or were you a loser?
A loser.
Right.
I got beat up a couple times.
At summer camp,
Wait,
really?
Why would you want to go
Dang.
again? I'm
'Cause I
gonna
was
go.
like-
If you go, I'm going, and I'm gonna beat you up.
Nuh-uh.
Yep, I'm gonna give you a wedgie in front of everybody.
He's gonna hang you up on the flagpole.
I'm gonna put
Oh,
like
man.
chocolate pudding on your wedgie, so it looks like you pooed yourself, and I'll be like, "Look, everybody, Kevin pooed himself."
That's
And you'll be
cold-blooded.
naked with your balls hanging out, with fucking chocolate pudding on your underwear, and everyone's like, "Ew!" And then everyone's gonna call you poopy pants the whole rest of the weekend.
Yeah, that's day one.
Hey, everybody, poopy pants is here.
Yeah.
You get
See, I
upset.
counter that by realizing it's pudding, dabbing it with my finger, and then licking it, and then nobody's fucking with me the rest of
Jeremiah
the
will
camp.
have you on stage and the whole crowd, poopy, poopy, poopy. You'll be huge. You go on Instagram, everyone starts calling you poopy. You're just known as poopy from now on. Your girlfriend starts calling you poopy.
I had a
I hate
friend who
that.
stepped in dog poop, and we
Yeah.
called him Poop Shoe, and the name stuck for years, and he was so upset.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
If you're not going for the I stand in shit
Yeah.
vibe,
Yeah.
that could be detrimental.
We nicknamed a guy Testicle Joe, and he felt the same way about his nickname.
Testicle Joe.
Who's that?
His name was TJ, and we were trying to figure out what the TJ stood for, and I was like, I just assumed it was Testicle Joe, and
See,
just boom.
Gosh,
Just like you're like, this is sticking
life.
for life. For
I
life.
swear to God, we
for
were
life.
going to school in England at the time, and by the time he got back home, they were calling out for him on the loudspeaker at the airport. They were paging Testicle Joe. By the time he got back to Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
nice.
Poor Testicle
Yeah,
Joe.
shout out to them for paging the word testicle too. That's pretty cool.
I mean, that's a cool, airport.
Can you surf?
No, I took my dad out surfing. My dad is he's just about to turn 73, and he's like, I've always wanted to go surfing. I was like, well, I am not good, but I'll take you out. Like we rented.
So
a
you
couple
can
boards.
surf though.
What's that?
You can surf a little bit,
I can't even really get up. Yeah,
and you took your dad out.
yeah.
So both of you just helpless in the sea.
yeah,
How'd that go? How'd that turn out?
it was exhausting.
Yeah, but you got out.
We got out there. Yeah, we got out there.
Did
We
either
the
of you
thing.
get up?
I got so close. He wasn't very close to doing it, but he just wanted to be out there with a board. Like he found a wetsuit at Goodwill that fit him.
Yeah,
And he's like, let's go surfing when I come to California. I was like, yeah, I'll take you surfing for sure.
it's almost like it was his destiny.
Yeah.
Like the wetsuit was like, "Hey man,
It chose
it's
him.
time."
Yeah.
Sure, it's been 73 years, but now it's time to surf.
Today's the
Yeah,
day.
the wetsuit is telling you. It's a bit late, wetsuit, but still, I'll
I
take it.
had to do the thing where I was kind of jumping to zip it up in the
Yeah.
back, a little bit.
Yeah, when you don't, I feel like that happens to people that surf a lot. Wetsuits are pretty annoying sometimes.
They shrink so much.
These guys got taught how to surf the other day, and Jonathan Freeman, shout out to that guy. But his wetsuit, I noticed, you can get better wetsuits, cost a lot more money, custom ones, and they come off easier. And when I watched him, because if you're not good, you get arm pump. When I get back from the ocean, I'm tired. My arms are burnt. And then I'm trying to pull this fucking thing off.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes,
when I took my wetsuit off, it was like when you buy like a tub of Pillsbury dough and you cut it and it just when that zipper came down, I just spilled out of it like dough.
man, you're so mean to yourself. It's insane.
You are a bit of a raw crescent roll, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least you didn't say that one time you got sex wax and used it for actual sex.
I did. True story.
I saw that clip and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I was at a
For a smart guy, that's pretty stupid.
I was
right?
I was like, yeah, I did not see that coming.
I was at a restaurant in Malibu, and my wife and I, she's my girlfriend at the time, were about to go camp on the beach, and I was
Okay.
like, "Oh, perfect, sex wax," because I was totally gonna have sex. So,
So
excellent.
did you get a boner and start like polishing it
Yeah,
with it?
did you rub it on?
Or did you put it on
put it on her
Did you
first?
yeah,
Oh.
did you
No.
Oh, just
She would
buffing
immediately
it.
tell you got the wrong product.
Yeah. That's a hard. ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I didn't put it on her. I don't think I ever even opened it, to be honest with you.
You started to figure
You
out that
bailed.
maybe this thing is surf wax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was drunk and on drugs.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't use it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole evening kind of went
That's
sideways.
more incentive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a challenge. Can you fuck with sex wax?
I
'Cause
wouldn't
I would
think
say
so.
it
I
would
wouldn't think
almost
so.
it would just make your dick so sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
This is gross.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Ellis. I'm supposed to do that every now and then. If you want to hear if you think that was offensive, go to patreon.com/Ellis, mate, and listen to Jason Ellis shows, 2 Jason Ellis shows a week and 2 solo shows a week. There you go. There's my plug. I'm
There
supposed
you
to do
go.
that now.
Half a gay in the main feed, full gay on Patreon.
Everybody sucks. Everybody.
Yeah.
Let's come everywhere, you
Make it up
guys.
for lost gay time.
Pay for the load.
Speaking of summer camps, a woman in Washington, I think this is in where you're going, Jeremiah,
Yeah.
plunged into a vault toilet after dropping her phone inside.
What's a
And-
vault toilet?
Yeah.
Right, I'd never heard of one either. A waterless, non-flush toilet typically found at campgrounds.
Oh,
So an
porta
outhouse.
potty.
The human waste is stored in an airtight underground container.
Ooh.
Oh, she couldn't get back out.
She dropped her phone in. She had tried to dismantle the toilet to fish out her fallen cell phone, and then she tried to use a dog leash to get it out.
Like a lasso?
Long story short, she ends up head first,
Head in.
stuck,
Oh.
legs sticking out.
It-
But the good news, I guess, is that she did
Get the phone. Yeah.
because she dialed 911 and said, "I'm upside down."
She's lucky that the reception got through the
Yeah.
hole while she's down there.
She's also lucky that if she had plunged, since she could not get out, the only way she could really go was in. You could, among
Suffocate and die.
it's unpleasant.
Yeah.
But it's also deadly to fall into poop, and the fumes alone can be.
The toxicity. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, the smell of poo can kill you?
If it's that much, that high quantity.
Yeah.
Wow.
huff and doo doo.
I did not
Yeah.
know that.
Mm-hmm.
We should set fire to shit.
Yeah, that's why I quit doing Jankum.
Oh, yeah. Have you tried Jankum?
No, what is that?
You shit in a bag and then you sniff it.
Yeah.
Gets you so fucked
You
up.
have to like leave it in the sun
Are
for
you
a couple
serious?
days though,
Fuck
right?
yeah. Sometimes
Really?
I used to
gotten
party
pretty
with my
big, yeah.
friends like that. We would all meet in the bush and sniff shit for hours.
You literally get high off of it.
Fuck yeah. Tanked. Sometimes I would bring a bag of shit to a football game and just whiff it while I was sipping beers.
Right.
Yeah.
Although that would be soccer, where you're from.
Aussie rules. Fuckhead. Soccer. Yeah. Sniffing shit at soccer games. It's just a childhood thing.
Okay, if you guys drop a phone into a porta potty, are you fishing it out?
No. Oh, wait. If I could see it,
That's hard. It's like the claw machine where you think that you can get it out with $1. You really think like if you can see it, you're like, I can get that, of course.
but I feel like I would start to, if I felt like I was going to go to the point of I'm going to get stuck upside down in it, I would not
Yeah.
go any further.
Yeah, my pursuit would not be very dogged.
You know when you go in a hole too far? Because I don't. Because I always know when it's too far down the hole to
Right.
not get back out.
Right, like those guys who crawl in the cave crevices.
I wouldn't do that.
Every now and again, one of them is just like, well,
Oh.
I'm going to die here.
If you threw my phone down there, I would not go get it.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'd rather go in the porta potty.
One
Same.
of the I used to go to haunted houses back in the day around Halloween time as like a
Makes
as a
sense.
teenager, and one of the scariest Halloween places were there was a crawl space that you had to go through,
Oh.
and randomly it was like pitch black, and then like people would be like in the holes of the crawl space, and it was terrifying.
Fuck that.
I don't like, but you also get like claustrophobic
Yeah.
naturally as you're crawling through, so it's like extra heightened.
I get claustrophobic watching those dudes go through those rock things. Or you know the movie where these hot ladies, they like have some disagreements and one time their boyfriend died or a husband died, but what you didn't even know is that her best friend was fucking her husband the whole time, but they don't know that until the movie when they're in the cave. But when they're in the cave, there's these fucking zombie dwellers. There's guys in there, guys and girls that don't go in the light. They live in the cave,
Right.
and they're like all weird looking, like white and veiny and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they say. They really talk like that.
Right, and now you're trapped in a cave. You're out of food. There's zombies. Your friend is a bitch.
Yeah.
Right.
I forgot where I was going. What are we talking about?
Poop
Tight
phones.
spaces.
Oh, yeah. So that movie, there's several scenes where the zombie guy is chasing the lady, and the lady has to go through
No.
little squeezy crevasses things. That's not the right word.
I think it might be.
All right. Well, then she went through crevassy things. And every time she goes through the crevassy thing, I'm way more worried about her getting stuck in the crevassy thing than the pasty zombie man eating her feet.
Yeah, I would rather be eaten alive by a zombie than get stuck in a crevassey thing and just wither away and die.
What way would you like to be caught? Would you prefer to be caught from the tail end where he eats your feet and slowly gets up because you wouldn't die straight away? Or you got stuck and he came face first and he ate your head?
Both of those suck. Is this a zombie that turns me when it bites me?
No.
Or
No, you die.
Can I just give up the belly?
How?
Well, if he goes straight for the organs, then I assume he's just gonna rip out my guts and I'll die quickly.
But there's
Will
on-
you die quickly
there's
if you
only
rip?
if you're this tight of a space, you have to choose the feet or the head.
Yeah,
because they can't
thank you.
get to the belly.
Yeah. So he's eating your face until he gets to your brains.
eat my fucking brains.
yeah, I'm gonna tilt my head down so he doesn't eat the face and just goes straight to the scalp and eats my brain.
Because if he eats your feet, you're going to be alive for
For a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
And
you
then
just
he
have
eats
to
your
bleed out
calves.
from your feet wounds.
Right. But what about the feeling of someone eating your face?
Not ideal.
Yeah.
And you'd be alive for that. How does he get into your brain? Let's just say he's got powerful jaws, like Bobby Lee. Right.
If you're gonna eat brains, you're gonna need powerful jaws,
Right.
or else you're not gonna be eating brains for very long.
Yeah. We talked about this once because Kevin was going to murder Putin. And we were like, if you could murder Putin, what, you know, I mean, you had to eat his brains. How would you get into his brains? Like, if you're just a
What
human.
was your answer?
I would just do a lot of stomping.
Oof.
It's pretty grisly, but I feel like
American History X over here.
yeah. I mean, I feel like if
Even that didn't work. There was no brains in that.
no, I don't know.
Just
I
broke his teeth, right?
Yeah, but if you do that long enough,
good
you're going
point.
to see brains.
But you don't have the power to swing that when you're in a crevassey thing.
no, fuck no.
You got to bite that head right through. Seems tough. Headbutt it? That doesn't make sense, right?
No, then you hurt your own head. That doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
What else are you doing? Punching it open?
You got to
break your hands.
Yeah, you got to stomp. Well, if you're laying down, ugh.
Yeah.
Well, we're assuming that it has at least, supernatural power. I'm assuming.
through the eyes. That's how you get it.
Suck it through.
Oh, yeah.
It's a powerful suck.
That's more
Oh,
of
it's like,
a bug man, kind of like a Starship Troopers-y kind of thing.
Or if they get you like in 28 Weeks Later, they were really into shoving thumbs in the eyes in that movie. Like if you get eyeball thumbed, is that a quick death? I mean, I know it's gonna hurt for a little bit.
Oh, into your brains.
Yeah.
As long as you go into your brains, yeah.
Or like the Viper in Game of Thrones, like he
Yeah.
catches me in the
You love
crevasse
that
thing.
one. Yeah.
Fingers in the eyes, breaks your head open like a
If
cantaloupe.
you can break your head open by doing that, then you can just bite straight through someone's skull. You're ridiculously powerful.
I feel like there's people who get like attacked by bears, and if you are unlucky enough to see the photo, it's not.
Yeah,
weird.
they don't open their head up. They just rip the hair off.
See, I feel like sometimes I see like half a head's been knocked off.
Oh, I never saw that. I thought it was more like just all the skin comes off. See that monkey eat the side of that dude's head the other day?
Yeah.
What the fuck? He looked so friendly.
Wait,
Guy
that's a
was like-
recent monkey
Yeah.
mauling?
Monkey was like hanging out with the dude. The dude's like, "Oh, monkey friend, how are you, my friend?" And he comes up on his shoulder like, "Hey, I'm your friend, monkey." And then goes, "Ah," and fucking takes a fucking strip from the side of his forehead off to the back, like hair and like to the bone. And it looked like
Oh.
it came off like
Like a fruit
and it
roll
was
up.
kind of like how zombies just eat people in movies, where all of a sudden people become softer, but they must be so strong because he peeled him like an orange.
And
man.
that's my point. Is if there's monkeys that can do it, I have to assume brain eating zombies are at least that strong. I don't think
Yeah.
we're giving zombies enough credit here.
Yeah, no, you're very right. They are very strong. They did, yeah, and they live
I'll
in
say
the dark.
this for zombies.
Yeah, you got to say that because they've got freakish strength. They run up walls upside down. The fucking grip power to do that.
Have you,
That's
have you seen the Korean Netflix show All of Us Are Dead?
yep,
You did, right?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
school?
fucking fun.
I liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
me
was
too.
It was
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, I really enjoy the way people become zombies. It's a very believable one,
Yeah.
if you could believe.
No, I thought it. Yeah, I thought it was. It's hard to do fresh takes. On
Yeah.
the but I
Yep.
was like, all right, this is cool.
Then you just can't go wrong with people keep turning into zombies and dying, Just like, oh no, not her. Oh no, not him. And it's like, oh man, this seems like everyone's turned into a zombie. Who's next?
Right.
I can't
Oh
stop
no, they
watching
were
it.
nice. Now they're going to be a mean
Yeah.
zombie.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that guy was already mean. I bet he's going to be super mean now.
Man, that guy loved her and she just died and turned into a zombie. That's gotta be a bummer for him. Oh man, I hope he doesn't turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guess
fucking
what?
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened. That school's
I would
Not a
like
good
to watch a
place.
Netflix show with you and you to do this out loud while it's happening.
my
You
next
know what
show.
I mean?
Yeah,
Oh man, that's gonna be a real bummer right
Yeah.
there. All right.
man, that
Oh.
kid's gonna be pissed. Yeah, that would work. I might do that. All right, we've done a show, right?
We have.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much for being on the show, dude.
Yeah.
Stoked to have people like you on the show because I'm like, what? You guys have all this shit going on where I don't think everybody knows, or maybe they do, and I'm coming late. But the whole comedy world and the way you guys do podcasts, everybody's so good at it. I don't remember thinking that in the past where I would hear people talk and be like, oh wow, but now. And then all the ideas you have, it's good for us, good for the world, it's good for people that want to get entertained. You're a fucking genius. I like your shit.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man.
Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for having me.
where can people check out your stuff?
YouTube.com/Jeremiah Watkins is where my new Stand Up on the Spot series is at. You can watch it for free. This new special has Ryan Sickler, Annie Letterman, Eric Griffin, and myself.
Nice.
And then we've got new ones coming out that we record at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room. And Scissor Bros, Stevie Weeby. I'll have to link up with you and see if we can make that happen. That'd be super fun.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I think the Birdman will be down.
Yeah. Jeremiah stand up on social media. I'm a fun follow. But yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate you.
Make sure you check out Patreon, patreon.com/EllisMate, where we do too many shows, more shows than anybody else does on Patreon.
Our Patreon's bigger than your Patreon.
Right. So don't do that because I'll dock you and make it look a little teeny weeny. Okay? Don't die.
If you want more Jason Ellis Show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of The Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwear Wolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.